He said thank you for all the characters you've created. But there's still a question coming.
Whoever you are, wherever you are very welcome.
I was just wondering if you could have any superpower yourself. You've created all these heroes with all these amazing superpowers. What superpower would Stan Lee want to have?
What superpower would Stan Lee want?
I would want luck. Because if you're lucky, everything else follows through. You like that girl, you want a date, hey, you're lucky, you'll get the date. A job open, you want the job, you're lucky, you'll get the job. See what I mean? Whatever you want, you're lucky. So forget all these other nonsensical things. Like, even if you're strong, somebody will be stronger. If you're fast, you can still fall in a ditch and hurt yourself. But if you're lucky, everything goes right for you. But don't go taking that from me. I get first dibs on luck.
Right over here.
Yes, I was just wondering, with all the villains you've created, which one was your favorite and why?
That's a good question. With all the villains you've created, which villain was your favorite and why?
Well, I think maybe Dr. Doom. Because I like the sound of the name, Dr. Doom. And also, he was the king of his own country, Latveria. By the way, I'm very proud of Latveria. I made that name up. And you can't tell me it doesn't sound like a real country. There are people who tell me they've looked it up on the map. They're so convinced there is a Latveria. But another thing I like about Doc, he's king of his country, so if he comes here to America, if he does something bad, he can't get arrested. He's got diplomatic immunity. How many other villains can say that?
You know a great restaurant in Latveria?
See, you think there's a country.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was a center mic. I can't see anything either, so I'm sorry. Right here.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Lee. Thank you. I have a very silly question.
I'll give you a silly answer.
I'm from New York, and a lot of us in New York have wondered, because we haven't been able to be clear on it. Is Spider-Man a Yankees fan or a Mets fan?
Is Spider-Man a Yankees fan or a Mets fan, since he's from New York?
I'd love to be able to answer that, but as many times as I've had meetings with him, we've never discussed that subject. He's always worried about Doc Ock and the vulture and the lizard. We never have time to talk about sports. But if I have to give an answer, I think he'd be a Yankee fan. Because I am.
I know half of you really like that answer. All right, just to catch up a little bit, we'll take one more from the center.
Are we falling behind?
Well, no, because we were missing the center. I didn't know there was 3 mics. Go ahead.
Mr. Lee, I've been a fan of Spider-Man ever. My question for you is, since it's in his inception in '62, what do you think about his progress, growth to nowadays? You know,
Since Spider-Man's inception in 1962, what do you think about the progress, growth of the character to present day?
Oh, I think it's been wonderful. He's probably become one of the most famous superheroes. He's right up there with Superman and Batman, and they started way ahead of him. Maybe he's even more famous, I don't know. But I know every Halloween, and you check it out when Halloween comes around soon, they sell more Spider-Man costumes for kids than anything else. We've been very lucky. Spider-Man has turned into a whole industry, really. I mean, young kids like him, grown-ups like him. People come over to me, men, and they say, Stan, I just want to thank you for Spider-Man. He made my childhood happy. I think, why did you know him? But anyway, they say so I would have to say, I think I'm very, I forget the question, but if it was how do I feel about Spider-Man's progress, I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
All right, let's go right over here.
Alright, this is a pretty vague question, I guess, but as the amazing artist you are, to any, I guess, artists, other people, like your fans and stuff, if they're like not very motivated with their art, what do you suggest?
What sort of suggestions do you have of motivation for aspiring artists?
Wow. You know, that's tougher than it sounds. You've got to, if you're talking about a comic book artist, that I assume you are, you've got to be able to have good visual taste and be able to judge artwork. Now, the reason for that is, if you want to be a comic strip artist, you've got to know if your drawings are as good or better than the artists who are already appearing in comic books. Because it's very logical. Marvel and the other companies, they have very fine artists doing their strips. Now, if they want to hire a new artist, that guy has to be better than whomever they're using, or at least as good if they don't have enough artists. But if your work isn't as good as what's out there, you've got to keep practicing and practicing until it is. And that's why I say you've got to have a good eye. So many people who want to do artwork, they tend to fool themselves a little. They draw something, it looks kind of nice, and they say, oh wow, this is great, they'll love it. But it may not really be as good as what's being done. So the most important thing, you've got to be a good critic of your own work. And when you feel that your artwork is as good as they're using in the books now, or hopefully even a little better, then you go and send it to the art director, and he'll probably respond very enthusiastically, because they're always looking for new artists.